Thursday morning I couldn't find my phone. I didn't really look for it thoroughly as the antidepressants I took last night didn't help me at all. I tried to hype myself up thinking that the meds would work if I believed they would. It's science, not magic. I just need the right headspace. But just going to school made me feel absolutely horrible. So I tried to pickpocket Nyoko. She went into the bathroom. I tried to talk to her. She left. I followed and took more of her stuff, just like yesterday. I got alcohol from her and decided to drink some to get my stress down. I guess it worked, but going back on my promise to not drink at school didn't make me feel good. But it doesn't seem like anything can make me feel good, not even the drug that was made for that. I approached Kiyohisa and Yae. She talked to me, but of course it was about something I didn't like. Back in the bathroom I was able to talk to Rikyu. Granted it was bonding through hatred which didn't help my mood, but it was something at the very least. After the first class I got to have a nice long talk with Revei, though sometimes I couldn't tell what she was talking about because of the alcohol. But remember that girl that lives next door to Revei? Yeah, they just became official. After my second class I was going to continue talking to Revei, but then Orchid asked if I was feeling better and we got to talking. Since Revei just got themselves a girlfriend, I asked Orchid if it's in a relationship or looking for one. It told me they have a boyfriend she can no longer see and didn't elaborate. It was time for class anyway. After an entire week of not talking to Kuri, I decided to kiss her as soon as class ended.
I knew you just had to have me.
Maybe it was self-sabotage, maybe it was the depression, or maybe the alcohol, but I made that choice and Kuri seemed just fine with it. Did it make me feel better? Sure, but not enough. I waited for her to come out of class and I told her we were still together like an idiot. The afternoon came and I was going to go straight home, but I thought I had enough energy to talk to Revei. But of course, I didn't, so I went home and took a nap before drinking a lot of water, then taking a shower, and then I went right back to sleep. I got pretty well rested last night, though that didn't help the depression, so I tried to give those meds another push to work, but nothing happened, so I went to school so chipper and happy and all that. I was going to go inside and run around, but I noticed Revei was wearing their black dress they don't normally wear, so I went and complimented her before engaging in our normal conversation topics. Kuri ended up coming over and joining in. I didn't run away this time, though Revei was kinda urging me to. Eventually Revei did leave and I stayed with Kuri for a while. She was acting as if nothing happened. Maybe she didn't know why I was ignoring her, but she knows I was, though being around her stresses me out. She also makes me feel better, so after my first class I went back to talking to her. I wanted to get Revei to join us, but she started yelling at Kuri. I didn't do anything though. I wasn't entirely sure what to do and I kind of appreciated Revei trying to protect me. On the way to my next class I was getting very stressed, so I quickly ran home to drink lots of water, and I even managed to get to art class on time. As you can probably guess, I crawled back to Kuri to compliment her and try feel better about myself. Since I was getting stressed I went over to Rikyu, but of course, they don't get along with Kuri, so I couldn't really talk to them for long, though I did try, which just made me feel horrible. So, my last resort before the next class started was to talk to Revei, and because Kuri wasn't around, that made me feel pretty good. I spent my time before my last class and after my last class talking to Kuri and Orchid respectively, while whatever god oversees me silently cursed every stat change that wasn't indicating immediate success. By the time I got home I was extremely exhausted, so I instantly took a nap, but overall I was feeling better, until that nap ended, so I played some video games, did half an hour of stretching, had a cool shower, then I went to hold on.
Okay, maybe it wasn't you, but I know you knew my brother. He wasn't even at your school for that long, but I know you knew him.
Okay, commas please. Also, who is this?
You can call me Tanaka-sama.
I have Tanaka's number and it's not this.
I literally told you Kenji Tanaka is my brother. Who is missing?
Oh, I remember what's going on. Sorry, our last conversation is just gone. Okay, so Kenji is missing and you're his brother, who thinks I, what? Killed him?
Well, maybe I don't think that anymore.
Cool, great, can we do this tomorrow or something? I'm tired as hell.
Asterisk size asterisk, I guess so.
Right, unimpressed face. After that I was finally able to lie down properly and go to sleep. Saturday. 6:50 a.m., another message was sent to what's left of my class saying Kenji Tanaka was confirmed missing and gave us all a different time, privately, to come into the police station as there's an obvious target. I would be going in at 8 a.m. on Sunday. Tanaka-sama called me not long after. He started it off by asking if I got the message. Apparently his family had only just been told Kenji was missing as the class was told. Tanaka-sama noticed Kenji wasn't home on Monday, but nothing was reported. Anyway, I'm pretty sure he doesn't think I killed his brother anymore, but he is real big on the murder thing. But we couldn't think of any suspects. Either way, I still spent 3 hours talking to him. I was able to manage my depression over the weekend. I don't feel any better, I just don't feel worse, which has to be some sort of accomplishment. I headed off to school after reading a manga and found my first present in a while. I tried to make jokes with Revei, but Kiyohisa kept trying to interrupt. I wish I tried more to be her friend when I was happier, because right now she's just being a pain. Kuri came over, which made Revei leave, and then she pushed Kiyohisa away. I spent a couple minutes telling her I love her and all that so I can feel better about myself. When the bell went, I realized I had no water, so I ran to the shop and snagged as much as I could. I noticed I've been getting more careless with money, but I'm still far above what I'll need for rent, so maybe it's not that bad. I don't want to think about it too much, it'll stress me out. I missed the first class, but no one was at the second one, so I met Kuri back at the first, where we continued to do cute couple stuff, like flirt and get thrown onto the ground. During the first break, Kuri and I were left alone in a classroom and, I was able to feel pretty okay afterward. After gym class, which Kuri did well, and we continued to be romantic all the way until 3 p.m. when I was about to go home, I stopped by the lockers and talked to Revei. I told her how I was feeling better, how I planned to stay with Kuri because she was the one to make me feel better, and though they said they don't approve of my relationship, they are happy I'm happy. I was going to tell her about Tanaka-sama but decided it was best to go home. I bottled and drank as much water as I could handle. I took an early cool shower, then played a puzzle game before clocking out at 6 p.m. The next day was Mountain Day, so I didn't go to school. Instead, I talked to Tanaka-sama and we tried to figure out where Kenji went. What we have so far, Kenji went no contact on Saturday, but since there's no stores that saw him, and let's be frank here, Kenji had no friends, Saturday was definitely the day he went missing. Apparently he wouldn't really run away, he'd probably just go off for a few hours for the theatrics, so yes, kidnapping at the least, but by who? Well, Kenji does have bad social skills, but nothing to the point of someone needing him gone that bad. Was that really all we had? No. We actually found out he took his usual bus halfway to his house but didn't get on the second bus for the rest of the way. Tanaka-sama's going to investigate that spot tomorrow, so yeah, that's all we got, after 5 hours of brainstorming. I was feeling better on Wednesday, so I got to school as soon as I could. The reality then dawned on me that no one came this early anymore, so I started sneaking around in the school looking for anything I could take, and guess what? I found another present with 100 yen in it. The first person to show up was Rei. I did my best to steal from her and got a second one of those things. Then I moved on to talking to Kuri. I got really stressed out for a while until she kissed me. After doing some running around, I found Revei, Rikyu, Orchid and Kuri out the front and really struggled to make conversation without getting stressed out. After the first class, I started talking to Revei and she brought up how upset she was about Tanaka going missing. I had no idea they were close. They called him Kenji and all. Though when I brought up I think he got kidnapped and isn't dead, she told me not to say that. I didn't detail Tanaka-sama and mine's research, but isn't that a more comforting thought, that your friend is just tied up somewhere alive, not dead in a forest or something? After gym I got another kiss from Kuri, then ran to Revei to talk about manga. I wanted to talk more about the morality of hoping someone is dead rather than kidnapped, but she shut me down real quick. Between classes I was trying to get Curry to kiss me but she kept picking fights which was stressing me out, and I had nothing I could use to calm down, so I ran to the shop to get water. Of course I didn't make it back to class on time but I caught Curry coming out of class. I got one more kiss then went right home. When I got to my house Curry was already there so I invited her in and we played a bunch of games, did exercise and read manga before she went home, then I took a shower and went to bed. Oh, how fun is this? We're in the last 10 days. This is such a big accomplishment for me. I've actually stuck to something for once. Okay, I'm going. Stay safe, stay happy, please subscribe, goodbye and enjoy the ending coming up.